Hello there and welcome back to Let's Play The Legend of Heroes, Trails in the Sky, second chapter. I am the RNG Genius, but you may call me Eric, and we left off in the Liberl Tower. We fought our way to this point. We've got another computer terminal to read out. One out of 4, okay. The first error, no. Activated successfully. And we had succeeded in performing a temporal upon the aureole in another dimension. It fits, but that doesn't seem quite right. The first blah activated successfully, and we had succeeded in performing a temporal steal up on the aureole in another. However, that was the only within the to seal the aureole. However, that was the so they didn't accept. So they successfully did some kind of experiment. And they still are doing something with the seal. What is that word? However, that was only bandy within the ring to seal the aureole. The plan's final defense. The plan's final defense line. The second barrier. The way to that lies within the 4 device towers. That's the final defense line, huh? Oh, that's bad. That's not good. And that means the professor's actually almost done it. Three out of 4. Not reading that yet. Nope. 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 Getting the context is hard enough. I don't need to read these out of context. At that point, I'm done. I'm gonna go the other way. Because they like their way of putting these in random places. Absolutely in order, too. Alright. Open up. About the device towers, 2 out of 4. This... in... is built, this mechanism is built to, should the final barrier fall and time once again tick in the of the aureole. This mechanism is built to should the final barrier fall and time once again tick in the aureole. The final the second barrier's other name is the reality. And it can and it can honey and I no ins dimension. The second barrier's other name is the reality. And it can inside the other dimension, and it can material and it can inside the other dimension banish. That's a word. There's no verb with T at the end. Like there is hardly a verb with T at the end that fits there well. It's gotta be a noun. And it can inside the other dimension. Should the aureole resume activity by tying this other phenomenon, this other to do with gravity. The goal was to prevent the reality. Should the aureole resume activity by tying this other so there's an insurance they build into it, some kind of if it's activated, something happens because the seal was actually opened up. And if the professor isn't prepared for that, which she actually might not be, his entire plan gets prevented in a way, or he cannot do exactly what he plans to. I wonder. Let's read. Let's read through the next one. You cannot deny that this is interesting, even if you have to wait for me to decipher that entire thing. Sorry, I'm not the smartest man in the world, and I'm not exactly a genius. I'm only a genius on the internet, all things considered. But still, I'm figuring this out, slowly but surely. The second barrier activates it that the aureole is once again alive. If the second barrier activates, it signals that the aureole is once again alive? Is there space too much? It's exactly like Latin class. When I couldn't get a sentence to make sense. There's a stylistic, like, it used to be, a lingual, I don't know what to call that. Stylistic device is the literal translation. But they did it so they left words completely out just because like the sentence sounded nicer. So every time I wouldn't get a sentence to make sense, I just put a new word into it saying, yeah, they intended this word for this to be here, but they left it away because it sounds nicer. Ellipse is what they called it. That's the stylistic device. To make the sentence make sense. It's exactly the same for this one. Yeah, that's probably just a typo. Because if it is a typo, my translation makes sense. If the second barrier activates, it signals that the aureole is once again alive. As a... with its gospels, anyone free to draw out its power. Anyone will be free to draw out its power. Which means that it's alive right now, because the device tower activated, the second barrier is activated. And that signals that the aureole is alive, and with Gospels you can draw out its power. And guess what we're doing right now? Well... oh, that's unfortunate. So he's got... nice. The aureole remaining on Lake Liberl's the aureole remaining on the tower. That's not aureole, because there's another word for aureole in this sentence. The remaining on was were sealed with the aureole. However, should something that could remain in place, it in place of its gospels, be in the world to come. The aureole will be free to wield its power in reality. No. I still believe that the aureole is somehow capable of thinking. I still think of it as something with an AI. It not only has a great power that can be harnessed and used or abused, but it's also able to defend itself and think by itself, and in itself is something that had to be sealed away because it was dangerous. They are the ones on the other side. I'm excited like a little kid to be reading these out. That's okay. Because I feel like you're not supposed to have access to this information as of this moment, except for if you actually sit down and decipher all these texts, which you might or might not have to do. But it's good. They give you the ability to do this. But the device tower is 4-4. We succeeded in sealing the aureole, but its power has not been destroyed. It will root itself to this land and we will root ourselves to this land and watch over the aureole. I hope that we will be successful. I pray that we will be successful in its and that these records are never seen by any ones. So this is written by the person with the name of Ausleser that we heard about. Where we are in our that such will our future. we... P... We... that's such... will... be our future. Where we are in our... What the Aureole... When the Aureole once again comes to reality, how will our descendants choose to behave? Believing that it will not make... that we will not make the same mistake again. Time will come. A time will come when we are truly free of the Aureole. I leave these records for the future. Oh wow. Oh wow. What we just found out. They sealed the Aureole away, behind 2 barriers, and 2 barriers only. Who are they? They are people who discovered what the Aureole really means, and that the Aureole is dangerous and had to be sealed away. And to prevent it from being released again, they, after having sealed it away, settled down over this land where they sealed it away. By the way, these reports were written by someone from the Auslese family, a descendant of TloH, or not descendant, but a relative of TloH's. And these records were put into these shadow towers, so that should the Aureole be drawn into reality again, which it apparently is not right about now, the descendants, the ones living in this land, have a chance to seal it away again. Which apparently the first 3, reports should be able to tell me, but as of this moment, I have looked into these reports, and I'm not quite sure how to seal it away again, Yeah, that's kind of bad, right? Well, I'll give you the summary in the beginning of the next episode again. I'm not ending this here. I want to end this right before the top. So this is going to be another 50-minute episode, apparently. But there's treasure to be had. Adventure to be had. That is unsettling. Well, what we found out, the Aureole is definitely nothing to play around with. Celestial Bomb. It's empty now, but don't worry, whoever put that item in here probably wanted you to have it anyway. EP charge 2. I wish I could share a little love with you. I don't want to go in there yet. Ooh, nice one. Give me that topaz talisman. This chest is empty. With its lid wide open, it almost looks like it's screaming at you. Don't be screaming. Tier all bomb. You flip the chest upside down and open it, hoping to open a secret subsection yet to be looted. You find nothing, and now your arms are tired. Ooh, don't hit me. Where? I opened this? Oh. I should have hugged the right. Is this where I came in from? Somehow I doubt it. Somehow I doubt it. I did not kill any enemies either, so that's helpful. There's an unopened chest on this side. Monsters appeared. I haven't fought you yet. You are a Photon Judge, a EP Charge 2-tier all-bomb, a mechanized security droid with a powerful ranged attack, and Gandale, I fought you numerous times now. Do you explode? No, you have a powerful ranged attack, but you do not explode. That is rather convenient, in all honesty. I really dislike it when enemies explode generally. Sure. Oh, we are being attacked by 4 people. Let's attack the 12-year-old. Jerk. But what I like the best about this area is that these enemies are weak against wind. AA Canceller. Stop it! Donkey missile. Doom, doodaloo, doodoo, doodaloo. One is down. What do you mean powerful ranged attack? Anyway, that was not that powerful. Oh, Joshua. It's just like when you were fighting Müller. Just when it's important that you hit the enemy, you miss. You could have won against Müller, but you didn't, because you were a fool. Joshua, you fool. Bloop. Oh, that was not a good decision, was it? Oh, that's actually a single target attack. I was expecting that to be an AoE, and he missed 2 of my people, but nope. You're pretty done at the moment because you killed all the enemies, Josh. Lebensborn. Whatever that means. Hoping against hope, the chest will be full of goodies again. You slowly raise the lid. Nope. Lebensborn. Leben means life in German. And born means, you know, it's an English word. So Lebensborn prevents petrification and death blows. Oh, we're fighting Ren, huh? A small vial of holy water from Arteria, famous as a charm. Since you're immune against abnormal status anyways, I'm gonna give it to Estelle. I'm going to give it to Joshua. Right now, actually. Because I'm gonna forget about it. Like I forgot about these master beads, although I did not get confused or put to sleep. So it ended out working fine, but could have been troublesome. They don't give you this Lebensborn without any reason to do it. There is a reason behind it. Another teleporter. Where does this one lead? Chest? Zepeth? Think you can take my stuff and run off? You'll be hearing from my lawyer. I want to see that. Another teleporter. I love this. So where am I now? Chests? Mirage Ring prevents petrification. As you look into the wood grain of the empty chest, you wonder how many chests could be made out of this single tree. Tier all bomb. The chest is empty, or is it just what it wants you to think? There's a lot of enemies here. Another set of blue falcons. Wow, look at all this air! Yeah, thanks. I don't intend to fight 6 enemies. What's down here? Curia bomb. This chest is empty, but you briefly consider taking it along with you and selling it to someone. It is a very nice chest, isn't it? Another teleporter, really? You're making me unhappy here, game. Another chest. Celestial bomb. Even though there wasn't anything in the chest, opening it showered you in confetti. Yay! Is this a loop? I hope so. I hope this was a loop. Insulating tape. You've already looted this chest. You briefly pause to wonder if that is legal. Don't think about it. Celestial bomb. To be continued. Uh-oh. That's something I did not want to see right now. That is something I did definitely not want to see right now. Oh no. Arhat's staff. A long staff etched top to bottom with Eastern characters. Despite your repeated searches, this chest does not contain any invisible items. In fact, it doesn't contain anything, visible or otherwise. So where does this lead? To chest, tier all bomb. You looted this chest already. It is strange. It almost feels heavier now. Another teleporter. So I think it's a big loop to get to the exit here. Or to the top is a better way of putting it. If it is a big loop, I haven't done any mistakes so far. But if I have to go back, I kind of am, you know, after the 6th or 7th or 8th teleport, I kinda lost track of where I am exactly. Curia bomb. You open the chest so quickly that it catches fire, scorching its contents to ashes. Maybe this'll teach you to contain your excitement. That is rather impressive. I want to look at... I would like to watch that whole shebang, Estelle. And it is theoretically possible. But then again, it would not exactly scorch. If you really open it quickly enough, you could accelerate the air around it so fast that the air particles rub against each other and heat up, turning the air around it into plasma and igniting the wood in the chest. But then again, the chest would probably just get destroyed in the process there, but that's okay. Someone's robbed this chest blind. Not to worry. You were on the case. Oh, it's this bridge. Nice. Yeah. Zepeth, nice one. Now that you've taken my contents, this means we're dating, right? Did I take you out to dinner first or didn't I? Don't answer that. Serum capsule. This empty chest is a monument to your reckless greed. Well, I'm happy about that serum capsule, though. Hi, friends. What are you doing? That's fine. Oh, Zepeth round. Oh, Zepeth round. The greed. I can actually get everybody here. Can I still... I took one out. Oh, Tita. No. I did this to myself. I did this to myself. But the greed was there. And I can't do anything about the greed. Fine. Good experience, though. Give me that. Taiji garb, can't use that. You ever wonder if the items in this chest were meant for someone specific? And you have the nerve to take them anyway? How rude. Nothing hiding. More chests. Cloak. No matter where you go in this life, there's always someone looking to take you for all you've got. It happened to me and will happen to you. Cloak. What do you have, buddy? No encounters. But the elemental values on it are suck. So I'm not gonna equip that. I do like these encounters. I generally say otherwise. Oh, this is where I am now. Good. So we've commenced doing a full loop. Tempest Cannon. As you close the lid on yet another empty treasure chest, you wonder if the locks are only decorative. Oh, I read that out just a second ago. I am kind of... well, Tempest Cannon. Area medium. Boy, am I a happy cappy now. A weapon made with ancient tech, able to suppress wide areas. Very nice, Tita. I guess you're happy at the moment. Okay. So that was one route. I think there still is another teleporter I haven't gone into. Or another side I haven't fully explored, because this was only the device tower's number 4, and on the other side there was still another way to go. So where's this lead? Just to one chest? That's what I'm going back to? Probably. Most likely. No? Teleporter. Okay, where do you lead? And please do not blow my mind. An open chest. Another open chest. I see. That does not blow my mind. That just surprised me a little bit. Sorry. Alright. We can head to the top now. Doom, 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 doom. Doom, 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 doom. I think we grabbed everything this tower has to offer. If I missed one chest, that's okay. We're not gonna open every single chest in this game. I think I've missed a bunch already. Well, I'm saying a bunch, but honestly, I think I've been doing pretty well in terms of getting every chest. But I'm not a 100% guy. I'm a 95% guy. Well, not 95. I've missed too many Gambler books of that. But 80% is a good way of putting it. I'm never gonna get to 100%, but I do my best, and it usually ends up around, well, in real life 95%, in video game history 80%. Alright, come on, go back up. Back up. I love me my teleporting, don't I? Have you lost track of where we are yet, by the way? You probably haven't, because you are smarter than me. But I know exactly where we are, because we're gonna be at the right spot in just a second. In mere moments. Mere moments. By the way, I am ending the episode in a second here. So be aware. But you know that already. It has been 40 minutes. Don't be bummed, please. I really do hope you enjoyed this episode, and I hope I'll see you in the next episode as well. Until next time, bye bye.